Real quick, that this is not to discourage you, because I want us to be clear about that first, okay? You kind of been in this place for a long time, okay? Now listen, you got good ideas. Baby, you got good ideas. Your execution is not as good, okay?
This can't be what y'all mad about. Really?
Your follow through, not as good. The ideas though are great. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. And that doesn't mean it's not for you, but right now, these last few months, few years, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, you done got yourself in some mess, and it's time for you to get a job.
I mean, you can tell she's feeling something deep. This doesn't come from just talking. This is someone speaking from experience. And if people get mad about this, then you say, why don't people support you? Why don't people offer sound advice, share wisdom, share experience? This is the type of person we consider a mentor. And some of the people who had harsh criticism of her advice did make some points. The job market is trash. Looking for a job is hard. Even gig economy is suffering as people cut back on spending. So the frustration they're expressing is understandable. Tell me in the comments what you think. This is the person who we will want to go to share advice. This is that hard truth that other people won't tell you because they're gaining something from you. They're trying to take money from you for their business. They are a scammer, so they gotta feed you dreams. People are talking about Tabitha Brown's comments telling aspiring entrepreneurs that they should get a job. But there's something that's missing in this conversation. I have a lot of different ideas, passions. I've thought of entrepreneurship. Some may consider content creation a form of entrepreneurship, but I also talk about leveling up, reinventing yourself, whether it's learning tech skills to break into tech or learning how to use AI tools to stay in your current industry but become more employable. So while Tabitha is speaking from an entrepreneur perspective herself, being a successful millionaire, I'm going to be speaking from the 9-to-5 folks. If you haven't seen my recent video, I talked about how hundreds of thousands of Black women were laid off recently. Check that out. Now, I've been there if you're one of the hundreds of thousands of women that I just spoke about in my last video that got laid off. And I mentioned what is some of the things that they can do. But I don't believe she's talking about people who are genuinely looking for a job, who were laid off. This really sounds like she's talking to people who have ideas, and maybe every week they got a new idea. Every month it's a new idea. Every year it's a new business venture. And if you don't want to hear it from her, who do you want to hear the truth from? Would seeing the facts, the data on this work? Because there is. Let's pull it up. What about the data and the statistics? I know a lot of people don't like looking at the numbers because people can make it say what it wants to say. But what about if it's a Black-owned company that's dedicated to proper statistics? Well, I found one called blackdemographics.com. The link will be in the description. Let's look at what they have to say about Black-owned businesses. This is something I took into account when I was trying to decide, when I was unemployed, if I want to become an entrepreneur or do I want to put my time and energy towards gaining skills that could be in demand and make me employable. This shows Black-owned businesses by industry, with or without paid employees. Even though this data isn't recent, it's still informative. If we keep looking, Black business job creation, look at who's at the top. It's not us. We're down here with the amount of jobs Black people can create and how many we could employ. This tells me we're struggling even when we do start a business. Now, this isn't to discourage you. I think a lot of people who heard that message took from it that you're struggling, you're broke, you don't know what you're doing, your business is not successful, and you need to pack it up and go get a job. But what I took from that, what I took from someone I would consider a mentor, as someone who has been through it, she's worked jobs, she's built a business, she's failed multiple times. And that passion that she was speaking from comes from that.